In this episode, we'll discuss content revisions in both WordPress and ProcessWire. WordPress comes with a robust revision system which stores a record of each saved draft or published update. It also allows you to view a historical record of how a page has been modified over time, as well as the ability to compare revisions. Let's go ahead and see how this works. I'll go ahead and create a page with some content and publish it. I'll then make another modification to this page. And if we scroll down, we can see the revision history of this page. So let's go ahead and make one more edit. And we can see our 3 revisions. So if I look at the second modification I made by clicking it like that, it displays what was added between the first and second revision. So in the second revision, I added this line of text. I can also compare any 2 revisions using this option here. So if I click that and compare revisions 2 and 3, you can see that in revision 3, I added the word still and modified the word another to have a lowercase a, and it clearly indicates the modification here.
ProcessWire does not have a revision system built in natively. However, there is a commercial module called ProDrafts by the creator of ProcessWire that brings in this functionality. It allows you to maintain separate draft and live versions of any page. You can make edits to a draft version of the page without affecting the live version until you are ready to publish your draft. It also provides a diff tool, automatic save capability, and live preview. Let's go ahead and enable the module. I've gone ahead and installed the module, so let's check out the settings. Let's enable drafts for all the pages. And let's also enable automatic save. As you can see, we have some additional options as to how the automatic saving works, but we'll leave that as is. Let's enable live preview as well. Let's now go ahead and edit a page to see how this all works. We'll go to the About page. And once we enter it, you'll see this bar at the top, which will allow us to enter live preview mode. We don't have to enter live preview mode, but let's go ahead and check that out. And as you can see, it's put the content editor here on the left and the page here on the right with a separator bar that we can change the size of. So let's make some content edits and see how that automatically updates the page. And as you can see, it automatically updates with every change that we make. And this is a very slick approach to the draft system. And as we make changes, it lets us know which fields have been modified. We can even refresh the page manually by clicking this refresh button. And we can continue saving it as a draft or publish it. Let's go ahead and save it as a draft and exit the draft editor. And we now have some more options up here. Let's check out the differences of the drafts that we have made. And as you can see, we have this very nice panel that does the diff of the modifications. So we have our publish page here, our draft page here, which we just made, and then the diff box here, which shows the changes. And this is for the body field, and this is for the headline field. So it separates the fields nice and cleanly. Let's close this box, and we can go ahead and publish our page. And now it's live. We also have a draft tool here. So let's go ahead and make one more edit to the About page. And this time, let's save the draft one more time. And if we go to the drafts section, you can see that it will list all the drafts that exist within the system, allowing for a nice publishing workflow. So assuming we have one or more drafts here, we can check them all off or check off whichever we want to publish and publish them all at once.
ProcessWire does not come with a native revision system. However, an excellent module exists that provides this feature. This module is called Version Control, and the author behind it is Teppo, who is the same person behind the ProcessWire weekly newsletter. If we read about the module, we can see that it's very configurable and supports many different field types. So let's go ahead and install it. I'll copy the class name, and inside my ProcessWire installation, I'll go to the modules section and add this module. And it's now installed. So let's go ahead and set up the configuration. So as you can see, this module actually allows you to enable revision control on specific templates and also specific fields, which is really nice. I'll go ahead and just enable it on my basic page template and on the title field and body field. You can also modify how the date format is outputted, which we'll see in a moment. We'll just leave that as a default. And a few other settings. We'll leave the diff tool enabled and leave all these other default settings as they are right now. So let's go ahead and create a new page and test out this module. Make sure we use the basic page. So let's type in our body content. Save it and publish. Now let's go ahead and write another line of text. Let's save that one more time. And finally, let's do another modification for our third revision. And as you may have noticed, as I created these pages, a new icon has appeared here, this little timer icon. And when we hover over it, it actually gives us a historical record of all the modifications that have been made, similar to how you saw in WordPress. And it allows you to compare it with the current revision. So let's compare our current with the second revision. And if I click that, it gives us a nice inline pop-up with what the modification was. And that's very helpful. And as you can see, it also exists for the title field because we did enable the title field on this basic page template to have revision control. Fields such as the headline do not have the revision control icon because it was not enabled for that field. So this module is analogous to WordPress's revision system, and it's very configurable using the modules configuration tool.